how much of the car will be produced? Maybe 1,000.
In the study, we analyzed the Perodua cars that sold in January to June in the year of 2025 based on the different models. The data collected represents the total units of the cars sold for 6, which are Myvi and Beza. Now let's look at the analysis of data.
So now I would like to present the sales performance of Perodua from January to June 2025. For Beza, the sales are stable in January and February, then increased a lot in March. Even though it dropped a bit in April, it reached the highest point in May before decreasing in June. So overall, Beza shows a rising trend at first, then a decline at the end. Compared to Myvi, Beza performs better during this period. So in conclusion, Myvi shows a fluctuating pattern, while Beza shows a rising with a peak in May before dropping in June. That means Beza performed better overall during this period.
Now let's look at how to calculate our box-and-whisker plots. Hi everyone, today I'm going to explain the statistical calculations for Myvi sales from January until June. The sales data are in this table. Now I will show you step by step how we calculate the maximum, minimum, quartiles, IQR, mode, median variance and standard deviation. Step first, we need to arrange the data in ascending order from smallest to the biggest. Step 2, we need to find the maximum and minimum. Maximum is the largest value, which is 7,126, and the minimum is the smallest value, which is 4,183. Now quartiles. Since we have 6 data, 6 value, so it becomes n equal to 6. First, if you want to find the Q1 first, it is the median of lower quartile. This is the lower quartile and this is upper quartile. Okay, Q1 is located in the middle of lower quartile, so it is 4,183. The Q3 located in the middle of upper quartile, so it is 6,593. Next, we will find Q2. Q2, also known as median. Q2, we need to divide the number of values into 2. So what we got is 3. That means we need to add up third and fourth values and divide it by 2. It is because this data is even number. Now, what is the third and fourth value? It is 5,567 plus 6,250. Then divide it by 2. What we got is 5,891. We can clear up this section and write down the value 5,891. Now we want to calculate the IQR. IQR is the formula is the Q3 minus Q1. So the value is 6,593 minus 4,183. We got 2,410. Now we will calculate the mean. Mean is average, and this is their formula here. How to calculate this? First, we will find the total of x. So you can add up all this value, and what we got is 33,867. We write down here 33,867 over n. N equal to 6. What value do we got? It is 5,644.5. This is the mean. On average, about 5,645. Cars were sold per month. Step 6, we will find the mode. Mode is the value that appears more often. Look at here. The values that appear twice is 4,183. It appears on January and June. Now, it is 4,183. Next, we will calculate variance. This is variance symbol and this is the formula. I will show you variance step by step. Step 1. First, we can subtract mean from each value. This x represents to the values in this table. All of this is x, are x. And this is mean and equal to 6. We need to square all them and divide by 6. Step 1, subtract mean from each value. Okay, what I start first with January data, 4,183, subtract with 5,064.5. Then the answer that we got is negative 1,461.5. Then 7,122.26 minus with 4,644.5. Then we got 1,481.5 and so on. Then when we've got all these answers, we will square them like this. This is the first value, which is negative 1,461.5. Then I will square them and I got 2,135,982.25. Next, I will square 1,481.5. Then we will got 2,194,842.25. We must square all this up. Then we can get the total to go to the step 3. Step 3 is add all square value. This is the square value. All this. Okay. When we add all this, we will get 7,697,935.5. Then when we divide by n, we take the square value, sum of square value, which is 7,697 and 935.5. Then we will divide by 6. So the answer is 1,282,989.25. So write down all these answers in the section below. 100 1,282,989.25. And last step is standard deviation. It is the symbol and it is a square root of variance. We can calculate it here. Square root variance 1,282,989.25. So we got 1,132.7. That's all. Easy, right? We have complete for MyV calculation. Now we will calculate for Beza. So I think this part I can be more faster than before because we already learned in the first place, right? This data already arranged in ascending order, and this is the largest value. This is the lowest value. Okay, maximum is the largest value. So it is 9,163. Minimum is the smallest value, which is 5,106. Okay, now quartiles. Q1 is the median of lower quartile. So we can just direct write it down. 5,106. Q2 is median of this data. So we need to add up 6,150 and 7,527. Then we will divide it by 2. So we got 6,838.5. Okay. I'm sorry because I think we are getting out of time, right? Q3, it is located in the middle of upper quartile, which is 8,507. The IQR is easy to calculate because we just might subtract the Q3 with Q1. So when we subtract 8,517 with 5,106, we'll get 3,411. Next is mean. Mean is the total of x divided by n. So we must add up all this, and then we'll got 41,569 divided by 6. Then we'll got 6,928.17. This is the mean. Mode. It's appeared twice on January and February. So the answer is yes, 5,106. Same value like minimum and Q1. Okay. Variance like we have already calculated before at the first place. First we must subtract a mean from its value, x value in the data below. Then we can square its answer and we will add all square value, then divide by n, which is 6. So I can show you how to calculate one by one because we're getting out of time, right? The variance value is 2,520,601. Okay, standard deviation is just a square root of this. 2,520 and 901. Then we got 1,588. That's all.
Now we're gonna learn how to do the box and whisker plot. For this box and whisker plot, we need to know the maximum, minimum, Q1, Q2, and Q3, which already explained by Papa. First of all, we're gonna do the box first. The box requires Q1, Q2, and Q3. So for the data, Q1 is 4,183, which are around here. Now the Q2, which also known as a median, are 5,891, around here. Now the Q3, 6,593. Now we can do the box. Next, maximum, the minimum. The minimum and the maximum will be the whisker. The minimum is 4,180, same as the Q1. So be there. And the maximum is 7,126. It's around. Oh, you just gonna. There you are. Done. Okay, next one is Beza. We're gonna start in the same way. Start with the Q1. 5,106. 106. I'm gonna change this. 5,000. That will be here, around there. And the Q2 is 6,008, be here, around here. And the Q3 is 8,500. So I think that will be here. Now we can start doing the box. Next one is maximum and the minimum. The maximum is as same. The maximum is that will be around here, and the minimum is same as the Q1. Here. Now we can just connect the whisker with the. So there you go. Done.
Okay, first of all, I'll be explaining about the MyV first. As you can see, it's the moderated spread of say data, and they made it closer to Q3 than the Q1. Make it slightly more concentrated to the lower half. For the IQR is 2,410, the show moderated levels of probability. For left whisker, they are very short because the minimums are equal to Q1, meaning the lowest value are closer to lowest value. For the right whisker, there are still higher value.
Move on to the next one, Beza. Beza shows the largest box spread among the three models. It also have the largest IQR, shows that it has very widely said. The next one is the maximum. The maximum is very much bigger than the Q2, shows that it has strong peaks in certain months. White box went up with the highest variability in monthly sales, and the sale rise significantly compared to the other. It also have the most inconsistent sales, but also have the highest performance among the three of them.
In conclusion, overall, we can understand from this analysis that some models like highly performing models like Beza and meanwhile like models like MyV are underperforming but still consistent in sales. Other than that, this box plot also helps us to understand the variability of sales, central tendency, and the distribution of the data, and the variability of Perodua car sales from January to June in the year of 2020.